So good evening. And for those who do not know me, seeing me for the first time, my name is Braille. I'm part of the mentoring program team in my AIM youth mentoring movement. I hope you managed to get some dinner before joining us. If not, I would try my very best to finish as soon as possible so they can get some dinner before it's too late. I would like to encourage all of you to turn on your cameras, especially all our mentees, okay? Because quite a lot of our mentors have turned on their cameras, and put your speakers on mute, and if you've not done that. And please, I encourage all of you to use the chat box. Okay, so Ruth and Melissa will help me monitor the chat box a little bit and type in any questions you might have for this session. I will answer them along the way or towards the end of the session. Okay, so, okay, without further ado, let me just very quickly share. Tomorrow on the 1st of July to the 30th of September, that's where the dedicated mentorship program will start. So tonight's agenda would be, I will cover a little bit overview of my AIM, sharing about AIM, Asian Institute of Mentoring, and then a brief sharing about MYMCA, who we are. And then after that, I'll go on into mentoring as a foundation and the AIM mentoring journey, then check-in and milestones. And then Yen Lu will come in to share, give a quick demo of our AIM mentoring engagement tool. Every single one of the mentees and mentors here would have been given an account. We have already created an account for you. So you can actually go into the AIM website later and then put in your profile and so on and so forth. And then you have access to that system. So later on, Yen Lu will go through that. And then after that, we'll close. Before we close, we'll just do a very quick Q&A. And then we will close after that. All right. So let me just move on to my AIM mentoring program team. So many of you have had the opportunity to speak to Ruth. So Ruth To is actually our part of the program team. Myself and Ruth are working very closely together. So Ruth is actually the person responsible, or rather, I would say the go-to person for all mentees. Any of the mentors with any issue, please feel free to reach out to me. But anyways, you can reach out to both of us. Okay, so we are kind of partnering each other. We are partners in crime, so we support each other. But if you find that you cannot reach any of us, then please feel free to reach out to Melissa and Yen Lu, okay, in AIM. So Melissa in MYMCA and then Yen Lu in AIM, all right? So what is my AIM youth mentorship movement? So like many of you are aware, it's actually a collaboration between MYMCA and my AIM, and AIM. And the purpose is to empower youth 17 to 25 years old. This is our first round, meaning that the first launch. Next year in 2022, we do have in the pipeline to launch another 2 more rounds of my AIM initiative, okay? So for those of you who are interested or who knows people who are interested, both from a mentees and mentors perspective, feel free to get them to reach out to us. We'll be happy to have a conversation with them. They can join us in the next round. And why my AIM? Okay, or rather the difference. I know that in the marketplace, there are so many youth mentorship programs, and basically there are just so many. And some people are even ask me, right, well, why do you even bother to have another youth mentorship program? Now, I think one of the few clear differences that we see ourselves in terms of our program is that we are actually going to conduct workshops on a monthly basis by industry professionals. So I think all of you are aware that in August, we are going to have another industry workshop that we are going to talk about preparing yourself for the workplace, right? So, and then the other difference is that we have mentor skills workshops. So many a times, a lot of the mentoring programs just match the mentees and mentors, and then off you go. You're kind of really very much on your own. But over here in our program, we actually conduct mentor skills workshop for both, not just the mentors. Okay, a lot of our mentors are already very experienced, but we just want to make sure that everybody is starting from the same page, speak the same language, so that there is a higher chance of a successful and enriching, rewarding mentorship journey. So we are also offering this mentor skills workshop to our mentees, because we believe that after you actually experience the benefits of mentorship, you will, if you are equipped with mentorship skills, then it is a life skill, and it is a skill that you can influence and impact the community at large around you, your families, and even yourself in your life, right? So we hope that so that's one of the key elements of our program that's different from the other mentorship programs out there. The other thing is also we are looking at youth group mentoring. So this is something that we would like to discuss a little bit more with the youth team. So the mentees, so myself and Ruth, we are going to separately set up 2 chat groups, one specifically for mentors and one specifically for mentees through a WhatsApp chat. And then maybe hear from you. What are some other activities that you think we can help facilitate? Okay, so really to develop a support network. And as part of that, we are also thinking about having a mentoring support network. So one specifically for mentors and then one specifically for mentees, so that you can network among yourselves, provide that facility, that framework to network among yourselves, and more importantly, have a community, like a family, a village, you know, if I may say, that comes together so that you can draw inspiration from each other. Right, so I think that it is nice to actually create that family environment or that community space that that continue to support you. So I think that those are some of the things that makes us different or makes our program different from others. Now, I would like to share a little bit about AIM. Okay, so AIM, our purpose is to grow mentors and raise the quality of mentoring, and expand the mentoring ecosystem while spreading the benefits of mentoring to impact millions of lives. That is the AIM's purpose. That's how AIM was set up in the first place. And of course, quite a number of you know our founder, co-founder, Yan Lu. He's going to join us in a short while, because currently, right today, there is also another AIM event going at the same time, right, 7:30 to 9:30. So some of you may know. So he's actually straddling between the two. And AIM, rather, Yan Lu himself is not just a co-founder of AIM. He has also set up many different NGOs and also many different VCs and all that. Yeah. So this is his favorite, I would say his favorite Chinese proverb. So 十年树木百年树人, right? So my Chinese is really bad. I'll confess here. So, but at least I know that what it means. It takes 10 years to grow a tree, 100 years to grow people. So that's why AIM is motivated to look at paying it forward, because we believe that the world will be a better place through one mentorship conversation at a time. So we believe that that's something that can impact the world and make the world a better place. It's not just about posting our views on social media, but really having deep, thoughtful, insightful, connected conversations. Yeah. So that's where we come from. Now, just to share, AIM is really a volunteers organization. Every single one of us are volunteers. It is set up by volunteers and run by volunteers for volunteers. Okay, so everybody that you see here in the AIM team is volunteers. And those are some of our partners. So let me just hand over to Melissa, who will now share more about MYMCA. So Melissa, you would like to take over?
Thank you, Braille. Hi, yes, so yeah, just a short share of MYMCA. So in short, we really envision a young generation strong in body, mind, spirit, leading positive community transformation. Similarly to AIM, we believe a lot in young people and mentoring. Yeah, so in short, what we do here at MYMCA, while AIM actually also engages a lot of adults as mentors, and of course, the young people who are also looking for mentors. Similarly, we are doing the same. And how do we do that? We usually engage young people through youth trending approaches, both online and physical, especially now with COVID, a lot of things are online. And also, of course, not just on the physical and online, but we expose the young people that we work with to overseas and local programs. And in all that we do and plow, and I guess that's why we're here today, to really hear more about why we believe so much in mentoring, is that you know, even as Brill and James and the AIM team and NYMCA team came together to really kickstart this program, is because it really grew from the heart. And it was very nice to see everyone being on the same page. It really grew from this same page of the heart of really wanting to create a safe space for young people to develop. And we realized that, you know, in today's society, really young people don't really lack knowledge. You guys can access information at just at in 1 to 3 clicks, you know. But we realized that, you know, with so many things going on, there's a lot of expectations that's being put on young people today. So much so that they end up giving up. No, you guys actually also end up giving up the creative spaces that you have, and we really hope that through mentoring, young people can be developed holistically, not just in your physical, you know, in your successes, but of course in the mental and the emotional spaces as well. So yeah, in short, this what we do at NYMCA. And I'll leave Brill to share a bit more about what this program is about. Yeah, Brill, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, team, our mentorship journey begins. Okay, so very quick one. For those of you who have not connected with your mentors, I'm specifically targeting the mentees. Reach out to them. If they are here, you can DM them, you can say hi, you can do whatever you want, okay? So please use the chat, use whatever opportunities and say, hello, I'm here. I'm your mentee, okay? So I encourage you all to reach out to your mentors. So for all mentees who are here, please reach out to your mentors if you have not done so. And now, I would like to kind of engage all of you in a sense. Can you please use your reaction button, okay, and give me a show of hands. How many of you have actually experienced someone who has taken the time to guide you in some aspect of your work or life without expecting anything in return? I'm not talking about your teachers, yes. Your teachers get paid to teach you. So there's something in return. Yeah. Wow, I see a lot of thumbs up, a lot of hands. Huh? That's wonderful. Awesome. Okay, keep your hands coming. Anyone else? Okay, so for those of you who have not, it's okay. Why? Because in this wonderful mentorship journey, you will experience your mentors who's going to walk this journey with you, at least for the next 3 months, without expecting anything in return. So all of them have actually decided to volunteer their time to pay it forward, to walk this journey with you. So I know it's a bit shameless, but I'm going to give them all a round of applause, okay, before we even start, okay? So thank you, mentors. Your mentors are people who will give you hope, help you build resilience, provide support, wisdom, and advice, but with a heart. Through mentoring is a form of people power. Your mentors are there to listen. They're not there to give you answers. That's why they are not called teachers. So they will not teach you, but they will be there to hear you, to hear your voice, to hear what you say and what you don't say. So if you want to learn from them, I encourage you to put on a questioning hat and ask them as many questions as you want, because they are not going to judge you, but instead, they are going to help you realize your fullest potential. Okay, so that's in essence what we see the current program is going to be, right? And mentoring is a partnership. Why do I say that? It's two ways, right? Both the mentor and the mentees can grow from this interaction. Why do you think that a lot of these mentors have decided to invest their time with you? It's also because they themselves have sometime at one time in their lives, have also received mentorship help from others. And they saw how it has influenced their life, how they have grown, and because of that, they have decided to invest this time with you. But we also know, as mentees, for this successful journey, you are also going to spend and invest your time to make this a successful journey for both of you, right? So it's a two-way journey. And I'm sure there's also a lot of things as mentors we can learn from you, okay? Like, for example, social media and all that, learning about the world that you're in, which we have no access to as mentors. Yeah, so I see this as a two-way conversation, two-way journey. And mentoring can help entrepreneurs and leaders, not just entrepreneurs and leaders, but every one of us, okay? And we believe that mentoring allows us to share our experience both ways, improve our leadership skills, give each other a different perspective, right? Their world and your world and their world, right? Build networks and build our skills as a mentor, not just as a mentor, but then later on, mentees yourself, when you have your skills, you will also be a good mentor to those around you and yourself, right? Moving forward. So I think some of you may have heard this, but great mentors focus on the whole person, not just on their career. This is one of the quotes, but more importantly, Simon Sinek actually shares what it really means to be a mentor. So I'm just going to play this very short video. Hope all of you can hear it.
So we get a lot of questions about being a mentor. What does it mean to be a mentor? Will you be my mentor? Will I be your mentor? Things like that. Here's what I've learned about mentorship. Mentorship is not something you ask somebody to do. Like, will you be my friend? It doesn't work like that. When you find somebody you get along with, you share values, you share beliefs, you spend time with them, you get to know them, you develop trust, you're vulnerable with them, you open up to them, and you discover that you become friends. It's what happens. You start off as simply acquaintances. In my experience, mentorship is exactly the same. There were people who were much more experienced than me, who had wisdom that I didn't have, and when I would call them, they would take my calls. And when I would ask them questions, they would always take the time to give me answers. And over the course of time, they became my mentors, like they became my friends. And I remember one time I was with one of my mentors, Ron Bruder, an amazing guy, and I was leaving his house and I put my arm around him and I said, I'm glad you're my mentor. And he looked at me and he said, I'm glad you're mine. And it caught me completely off guard. And true mentorship, like true friendship, is not a one-way street. It's not about one person only giving advice to the other. Both people are showing up to give, and both people are showing up to learn. But you can't ask someone to be your mentor, especially someone who's a total stranger, knock on their door and say, will you be my mentor, if they don't know you and you've never met them. It's like friendship. You cultivate a relationship, and if that person is always there for you and wants to see you thrive and succeed and believes in you, then perhaps they will become your mentor, like making a friend.
Okay, so I think some of you have seen this video before. Like what Simon says, it is a two-way relationship. Okay, let me just move on. So what is a good mentor? What are the elements of a good mentor? This comes from a mentee's view, and this is from Blessings White survey. And one of the two things that I picked up, which was quite interesting, was that 25% of mentees say that a good mentor is one who stretched and challenged them. So they're not looking for someone who's going to mollycoddle them, because that can come from their parents and girlfriends or boyfriends, right? But someone who is there to stretch and challenge them. And 14% says they are looking for someone who's able to guide them with personal insight and knowledge. And if you look at that, that's one of the reasons why myself and Ruth and a few others in the team actually spend a lot of time looking through all your bios to make sure that we try to match you with the mentors that have the relevant skills and insights into the areas that you're interested to develop in. So it's not just an AI at the back end matching you, but instead it went through many pairs of eyes. Okay, So we tried to do our best in terms of matching you. And the other elements of a good mentor are, for example, those who help them increase their self-confidence, inspire them to achieve their potential, and then 12% says treat them like an individual, right? All of us have skills, all of us have talents, and look at them and trusted them with special assignments, right? Trust. I think trust is a very important element for mentorship. Now, we talk about a good mentor. What makes a good mentor? Let's look at what makes a good mentee. Okay, so for the relationship to be successful, it needs to be both, right? So what is the qualities of a successful mentee? A successful mentee is one who respects your mentor, demonstrates your willingness to listen, and follow their guidance. And they don't forget that their mentors are volunteers who have committed their time to mentor them. So I encourage all mentees to come to the meetings prepared, right? So you don't come into a meeting and say, I don't know what I want to talk about today, right? Because then your mentors also cannot help you because they don't know what to work with you on, right? Be proactive, okay? Set goals, expectations, and boundaries for the relationship. It is your objectives. And we've shared with many times that at the end of the day, it's always about you. You are the most important person in that relationship, in the mentoring relationship. It's your objective, it's your goals. You are in the driver's seat, not the mentor. The mentor is just your, if I may use the analogy of a driver's seat, he's your car instructor, driving instructor, so to speak, okay? So the other thing is be curious, ask questions, ask as many questions as you want to, because why? They're not going to judge you, not like a teacher in a classroom, or not like your peers whom you are worried that, oh, I'm asking a very silly question, a stupid question, somebody will laugh at me, or somebody will repost it on social media, or something like that. No, a mentor is someone that is going to answer any silly questions you might have. There is no judgment, it's a safe space, and there's no consequence. Even if you ask a silly questions, they are not going to say, oh, you know, you're so silly, then you're not going to do well, or something like that, right? So it is a safe space. And most importantly, be not afraid. Okay, be not afraid. Next is to be open and positive. Having a positive attitude, to me, is half the battle won. Be open to listen to criticism, learn from the experience, reflect on what they say, and watch. And I told a lot of our mentors, how they are going to teach you is through their actions. So watch what your mentors do and grow, right? Grow. Lastly, I like to encourage you to be grateful. Gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. So mentees, or anyone for that matter, if you're not happy, then try to be grateful. Gratefulness actually helps us be happier. Gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions and improve our health, and gives us the confidence to deal with adversity, and it allows us to build strong relationships. Yeah? So these are the qualities of a successful mentee. And what are the strategies of an effective mentor-mentee relationship? First, commit to each other. Second, develop trust. Third, respect each other. Plan, and fourth, plan goals. Fifth, set rules and responsibility. And lastly, most importantly, is to co-create that result. Right? Like I said, it is your objective, your goals. It's all about you. But at the end of the day, without all these strategies, it may or may not be a successful or enriching journey. So if you can all take a look at that, I think you will really find that you will actually enjoy that journey much better. Now, the first step of mentorship is in awareness. Okay, so for those mentors who have attended our Saturday mentorship skills workshop. I think the next few slides will be a repeat for you, but please humor me, continue to engage together. So the first step or the start of your mentoring journey will start with awareness. Okay, so can you all share what your level of awareness is with regards to the picture on the right? So you look at the picture on the right, and then please type your answers in the chat. Okay, what do you see in the picture, or what's the awareness? What is it you see in that picture? So I'll give you some time to all type. Daniel said fluidity. Very good, Louis, lively. Elaine looks at autumn, flow, calm, alive. Candice, peace. Yes. Belinda, flow. Bibi says she sees vibrant flowers. Yeah, the red flowers. Yeah, tranquil waterfall. Talin says beauty. Then nature, creativity, calm but flowing. Yeah. So B says calm but flowing. Anything else? Any more answers coming in? Cooling temperature, quietness and strength. Daniel says adaptability. So anyone see the life of fishes and other animals inside that waterfall? Right? I see that. The rocks, the strength of the rocks along the side. Yeah, Bunny, very good. When you hold space to flow, life blossoms. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so if you look at this picture and all the answers that we've seen so far, right, that one of the things that I've learned, or the insight that I had from this, is that everyone has a different perspective, even though it's the same picture. Isn't this so true for both mentors and mentees ourselves? We may be looking at the same picture, but because of our belief system, because of our state of mind, because of what we are currently facing, right? We may be able to see a different perspective, or we see something that's different. And that in itself is a wonderful discovery process. And that's what we hope all of you will enjoy in this whole mentorship journey. Right? So I see a mentor or even a mentee is someone who helps me check my blind spot, help me see something I cannot see. I love to see the world of a 17 to 25. Why? Because it was more than 25 years ago that I was 17 or 25. So I can't go back in time, but I can relive that joy, that opportunity, that life together with you as a mentor. So I see that. And I'd like to share 2 key skills in a successful mentorship journey, both from not just a mentor's perspective, but also a mentee's perspective. The first skill is listening. And we're talking about active listening. So Dalai Lama says, when you talk, you're only repeating what you already know. But when you listen, you may learn something new. Yeah? And when I talk about active listening, these are the components of active listening. So one of them is curious and being interested in the other person. So I know that sometimes when we come into a conversation, maybe we are stressed, maybe we have so much on our mind, right? We will be busy talking. And then we forget that there's another person there, right? So it's important to take a step back to actually be curious and ask the other person, so what do you think about this that I've shared with you? Let's say I'm a mentee. But also from a mentor's perspective, right? When our mentees share something with us, or maybe our mentees come in and they're very quiet. They don't even know how to tell us. Or you ask them, how have you been? And then they say, I don't know. I don't know means that they have a lot of things on their mind, but they don't know how to share that with you, right? So how can we as mentors help them? Be curious enough to help them to put their thoughts into words and allow us into that space, into their world, to have a better understanding of them. So the other one is that we feel honored that someone is sharing that information with you, right? I talk about reliving my 17 to 25. The other thing is about being present in the space, totally being alert to what is being said and unsaid, aware of reading physical cues, language, and posture. And I want to say this, not all our mentees and mentors, we are all not superhumans. There will be days when we are up and down. Let's be aware that it's a partnership journey. And sometimes your mentors may come in and they're tired and they may not be 100%. Similarly, when the mentees come into the conversation, they may not be 100%. How can we listen for those cues and help each other bring our mental state to a higher level, right? So that is active listening. These are the common mistakes listening where active listening is concerned. I'm just listing some of them. It's not extensive. So for example, we are listening to respond like a teacher, right? Earlier on I said a mentor is not a teacher. So we listen actually is to give an answer. Or even students, right? When we go to school, we are taught to listen to the question so that we can give the answer that is an O level or A level pass. Answer to academic questions. So that's not what we are hoping to achieve in this relationship. Making assumptions, jumping to conclusions, allowing our personal prejudice, okay, to get involved in that whole conversation. Yeah. So concerns with our words. We want to use beautiful words. We want to use words that is flowery. There's no need to do that. Don't worry about your grammar, right? If you feel stressed, mentees, please share. Say whatever language you want, and then, but of course, don't use any foul language. But most important, okay, try your very best to share how you feel. Okay? These are the listening tips. Basically, things like making eye contact, staying focused on the speaker, check what you've heard. I think one of the key listening tips I like a lot is to summarize the content and reflect back to the person that we are listening to. So when our mentees share with us what they're thinking, what they're going through, we can summarize and reflect back to them so that it gives them a chance to also hear themselves, right? Similarly, when your mentors share something with you, also reflect back to them so that it gives them a chance to hear what they've shared with you. And also to help you to make sure that you understand what they're saying, right? And most importantly, be aware of your body language. Body language is one of the most key non-verbal cues in terms of listening. Now let's move on to the next skill. Okay, questioning. In terms of questioning, I learned a quote recently. Okay, and I shorten it. So what I learned is that questions unite, answers divide. Okay, so in history, many a times we've seen whenever people, or even in meetings or in teams, when people come together, when a lot of people are asking questions, it unites the team. But when somebody starts to give answers, give solutions, everybody's just listening. But at the end of the day, it's that person's view on how to solve the problem. Whereas when we all ask questions, we all come together collectively to find an answer to the solution. So I really like this quote, questions unite and answers divide. So we all learn by questions, right? So I don't know how many of you have heard, but the Jews or the Israelites are the ones with the highest number of Nobel Peace Prize winners in the world. Does anybody know why? Anybody want to share? Yeah, it's because in their school system, parents always ask their children, what is the top 3 questions that you've asked your teacher today? So their learning methodology is all about discovery. So garbage in, garbage out, asking the right questions, the heart of effective communication, and effective questions are powerful and thought-provoking. These are some of the learning questions: create awareness, change perspective, challenge assumptions, and elicit action. Mutual agreement. Finally, a successful mentoring partnership is driven by these factors: commitment to outcomes, openness to sharing, confidentiality, both parties provide confidentiality, supportiveness, mutual trust and respect, and willingness to learn and share. This is my AIM mentoring journey. These are some of the framework that we have put in place that we believe will create a successful mentoring journey. And I'd like to leave you with a quote. Okay. So a mentor's role is to inspire, motivate, and challenge and teach. What about milestones? Before I hand over to Yan Lu, is Yan Lu in already? I think Yan Lu's in. Yeah, James just nodded his head. So before I hand over to Yan Lu, I want to share with you a bit more about the various milestones and check-ins on our program. And so we actually started on the 23rd of June. Some of you have actually joined us for the workshop. And then on the 26th of June, we actually had our first mentor skills workshop for all the mentors that has been matched with the mentee. And to date, the 30th of June is our onboarding, which is a kickoff. And tomorrow starts the first day of your 3 months mentorship journey. And on the 11th of August, we are going to hold a workshop and actually do a midpoint feedback check, okay, with all of you to ensure that everything is in line with what in progress according to what you are hoping. And then at the end of the mentorship journey, which is 30th of September, we will also collect some feedback from everyone, mentors and mentees. And I know that October is a very difficult time for all students in Singapore. It's exam time, right? And because 17 to 25, quite a number of you are from JC, we know that there is A-levels, and A-levels doesn't end until first week of December. So 4th of December is when we intend to actually run our half-day youth mentor skills workshop. So we'll send you more information. We encourage all the youth mentees to join us. And in November and December, we are looking at doing what we call a workshop and closing. Okay, so I'm going to launch a very quick poll, if you all don't mind, so that you all can tell me, okay, which week you would like to have this closing workshop. Okay, so I'm going to launch the poll. So everybody just take a minute or less, 1 second, just key in your results. Wow, I asked Yan Lu. Yan Lu, prepare yourself. I'll be handing over to you next.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready.
Okay, good. Yeah. So we have about 83%. Okay, so we have about 86% voted, so almost 50-50%. Okay, I'm going to end the poll so that I can hand over to Yan Lu soon. Okay, so all right. Results. Okay, so these are the results. Yeah, so almost 50-50. We'll come back to you on the dates. Okay, but at the same time, I'd like to also mention a little bit about this mentee and mentor networking support group, which I mentioned at the start of my presentation earlier. So we'll get in touch with you through the WhatsApp, and then we'll try to organize some activities around that. And yeah, feel free to share with us your ideas on how you think that's going to help you. Okay, so I'll hand over to Yan Lu. Yan Lu, would you like to? I'm going to stop share and then you can share your screen.
Sure. Yes. Happy to do that. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. I see so many friends here. Yeah, I just want to say a word or two. I think it's been quite a journey so far. I mean, it's been many months of planning, project management, negotiation, discussions. It's been a passion project for a lot of us, and no one has shown more passion than Braille and the leadership team. That's kind of, our friends at MYMCA, Melissa and Ruth and Denise behind that. So it's been such a great pleasure to support them, on this journey. I'm very happy tonight to just kind of, my role is very simple. I'm just going to walk you through, the little tools that we created at AIM to kind of help you and the mentors and the mentee kind of help you to navigate and manage this journey together. Yeah. Anyway, so I think again, a big congratulations to the team, Braille and team on this. It's a beginning, right? It's a beginning. Very exciting time ahead. Okay, so I hope all of you have received an email from AIM. I think some of you had an existing account with AIM, so that you're good. But I think there are a number of you that will be receiving, that have received a link from AIM that give you an AIM account into the AIM website for the first time. I hope you all have. If you haven't, check into your spam folder. Okay, there should be a link that allow you to set up your account and log into the AIM website. Okay, so let me just go in to what you will see, right? The tools. Yeah, it's going to be about 5 minutes, so very quick. Let's see. There you go. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Very good. So so basically, once you set up your account, you'll be logging in on there's a sign in or sign up thing, and you log in with your account and your password. When you come in, this is pretty much what you will see. Yeah, for most of it, you're gonna see this. You're not gonna see most of this. All you're gonna see probably for most of you is the projects. Yeah, do you see the projects? Yeah, let me just click through, and you're gonna only have one project. Right, most of you should have only one project. I have two here. Okay, but anyway, let me just use one to demonstrate. Okay, so you're just plugging into the project. Let's use this one. Yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna see the 9 tasks. Okay, so basically your mentoring engagement tool is just a project in our parlance, right? So we have, and projects are made up of tasks. So let me just click on the tasks. You're gonna see a bunch of stuff on your screen about I don't know, nine tasks. Let's sort it by title. Yeah, so rather than the newest title. Okay, so now things make a bit more sense. You're gonna see tasks A1, A2, B, C1, C2, and so on and so forth. There should be 9 tasks on your screen when you click through. Yeah. So let's go through the first task. Go to the first task, which is what I want you, the both and the mentees, to go into the first time you log in. Basically, this will be just watch the screen with me, yeah, as I talk through it. This is gonna be a mentorship agreement that you're gonna see the screen, and there's a mentorship agreement at the top, and you just kind of click through, yeah. So this is just a very simple mentorship agreement, right? That where we spell out the roles of the mentor and roles of the mentee. Some of the things that Braille already walked you through. Okay, but here we have it all kind of, it's kind of a contract, right? That you both are mutually committed to this relationship, okay, for this period of time. You can read through, but it's very simple, right? Just, if you're a mentor, you click through I'm a mentor, my role, right? Your role, your name, who your mentoring partner is, and then, and then you submit, right? So it's like a digital commitment to this, mentoring journey for the next 3 months. Okay, so this is the first thing that you do, right? Let's go back to the project that we all came from. Let's go back to the tasks. Okay, so the second thing that you might want to check out is the task A2, which is what we call engagement pre-work. Okay, if you go in, you'll see something like this. You'll see a bunch of references, reminders, about what mentoring is about, what are some of the approaches that you can use on the growth model. Some of you coaches may be familiar, about questioning and some of the things that Brill already walk you through, right? Listening and so on. And what are some of the, approaches when you go into the mentoring meeting, about, keeping your heart and mind open, about make sure you connect, make sure that you open and hold space, right? We talked about that during the training last Saturday as well. Some why benefits and so on. So there's a lot of the references here that you can kind of give you, a quick way to access some of these resources and tools, including the mentoring journey. Brill talked about that. Also including documents. If you look at the last two things on this in this tasks are things that can help you to prepare going into a meeting, right? What can the mentor do to help before you go into a meeting? How to prepare for that meeting? Same for the mentee, right? Okay, these are some of the things. Again, it's not something that you have to do, right? But it's just to give you some good references that you can go by. Okay. Think of it as an aid, on your journey. All right, and then we have, and then we go into the into the kickoff, engagement, and goal setting. So we talk about to help you and your mentee set goals. There's some talk about SMART goal. There's some videos you can watch. How often you should meet. Just some recommendations and suggestions, right? About how to kind of get things started. And lastly, we have a place, what we call a mentor's journey. You're free to use this to document your journey, the journey of you as a mentor as you go along, right? After every meeting, you might want to log your notes here. Yeah. And there's again some resources that you can access, skills for successful mentoring, questions for mentors to use. So these are again resources that we want to make it easily accessible for you in case you need it. It's all embedded in this tool. There's a place for the mentee's journal, right? And then you can use this for rather than using WhatsApp or whatever, you can use this particular task, what we call communication, to kind of for you guys to exchange messages between between the mentor and the mentee. Again, this is not something you have to do, but it's something that you could use if you wish, right? And then the last three, not going to worry about too much. There's some evaluation, program evaluation, feedback and stuff. Don't worry about it as for now. We may ask you to fill out some forms later or give some testimonials. But I really want you to focus on the first 5 or 4 things. Those are 5 or 6 tasks which you can use. Yeah. Any quick questions? Anybody who has not received the link? Anyone has not? Any mentors and mentee not received the link? Have you received the link? Email from A?
Thailand haven't received the email link yet.
Okay, check into your Thai link. Is it okay? Just contact one of us, maybe contact Braille.
Yeah.
and look into
So
it.
thanks Charlene. We will note it, and then we will.
Yeah, we'll take
we
it
will send it.
offline.
Yeah,
We'll look into it for you.
we'll take
But
it
do
offline.
check. Yeah, do check into your spam box. Yeah, do check into your spam box. Usually that's what happens if you don't receive it. Okay.
I just want to add on to what Yandu has said. Okay, so all the things that you write here, for example, in your mentor's journal or mentee's journal, okay, over at AIM here, we will not use that data, or in fact, we will not have access to that data. It's just a container for you to do your e-journaling. Okay, so we do not look at the data that's actually keyed into that system. So I just want to assure you that there's privacy. The only data that we will have access to would be the last three, which is the evaluations or the feedback forms. Okay, later on, like what Yandu said, later on we will share with you a bit more. Those are the data we will collect. But other than that, right, everything that you write in your journal is private to you. And even for a mentee or mentor, you can have the choice to share or don't share your journal with each other. Okay, so just so you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, let me just maybe summarize by saying that. So basically, this is a tool that we give everyone, right? All the mentors who's been part of who's come to AIM, right? Over the so everybody use the same tool, right? We ran many mentoring cycles already. Not everybody choose to use this. Not everyone, but many do. And what they found is that this give them a structure, right? This give them a structure to document stuff. They can go on and give them some, also they can get access to resources and references that they found helpful and useful. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. By the way, all the best on this journey. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Yanlu.
Yeah.
I will, so you can stop share.
Let me stop sharing. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just share my my last screen. Okay, everyone can see this. Okay, so we've come to the Q&A. I know that I am off time. It's 8:29, and again, I'm between you and your dinner. But I'd like to take at least the next 2 minutes. For anyone who have any questions, please unmute yourself, ask the questions, and or you could type into the chat box, and then we'll be happy to answer them. And for those who don't have any questions, I appreciate if you could help me scan the QR code and give us your feedback for tonight, the session tonight.
Hi, Braille.
All the faces there are the team that has worked tirelessly for the last 6 months to get this going. Yes, Bibi. Or is it Yiling? Yeah.
Hi. I have no question, but it would be lovely to see some of the mentees who are hiding behind the computer screen.
Yes.
I think that would be a nice hello to all of them, and
mentees.
Yeah, that's
we all want to see your handsome and beautiful faces.
Looks like they're a shy bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. We want to see what you're eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
They could be having dinner, or they could be even on their journey home, some of them, right?
That's true. Yeah. Whoever is convenient, that would be lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we taking a photo, Braille?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for them to ask any questions, just in case anyone has any questions. I will appreciate the questions coming in. But if there's no questions, then please help us fill up the feedback form, and then in a short while we'll just take a photo, and then we will call it open, the whole entire journey, the start of a new journey. Yeah. Anybody have any questions? It's like
Braille, this is Soumya here.
Yes,
I just have one.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, Ruth. So I just have one question. So I think thanks for all the overview and the guidance on this particular program. I think it has been really, helpful and insightful as well. Just one query that I have, as in maybe more as an input. So during this particular time, is there any forum or like, like any way in which the mentors can share their experience, given that I think a lot of people may be into the mentorship journey for the first time, just to share some experience amongst themselves, the mentors?
Yes.
Would there,
So
would there be any like, maybe after a month they get together on any particular Zoom session and just to
yes,
share
yes.
and
So
learn
as
from each?
part of so as part of the program earlier on in my slide, I said that we will be having we'll set up a WhatsApp chat specifically for mentors, one WhatsApp chat group for mentors and then one for mentees. So that we can organize some activities maybe on a monthly perspective where mentors can come together maybe over Zoom, and then y'all can share your journey together and support each other on this journey. Yes, the intention is there. Yeah, but then I want to leave it open so that all of you can give your feedback on how we can do this, right? I don't want to be the one that's saying it must be this way or that way, but everybody just come in with some ideas on what you all hope to see, and then we can facilitate that. Yes.
Sure. That would be great. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, anyone? Okay, so if there's no questions, I know that it's 8:32. Shall we just close? Okay, let's take a photo before we close. Okay, I'm going to stop share here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, joining us tonight. And for those of you who are having exams, I wish you all the best for your exams this week and next week. And thank you all. Have a wonderful dinner and a great week ahead.